of all ages. It's 11 minutes after quarter to 10, quarter to 9, sorry, and let's roll out with the Tier 1 boys around the Chinese Grand Prix circuit in Shanghai, China, and see how they get on, and see if they can entertain us as much as Tier 2 did. And speaking of Tier 2, as you know the rules by now, I do not fly alone with this. I am joined by one of the new members of the commentary team tonight, is Mr. CLU92. Lewis, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening.
How are you this fine evening?
Not too bad, how are you?
Could be better, but we won't divulge into how our Tier 2 races went, and we'll enjoy and see how the Tier 1 boys get on tonight and see how they tackle this very fine circuit. One of your favourites, is it, or is it one you want to just avoid like the plague?
Like I said, I mean, if you'd have asked me 2 days ago, I was loving it, and then today was just a completely different story. Setup felt awful, although I changed nothing. So it's just one of them days. One day you feel good, and then the next, it's just awful.
It's weird because it's... I don't know what it is with this game. It's one of these sort of circuits that literally... It's whatever I tried never really worked. Really, I'll try high wings, I try low wings, I try running without a front wing and see how well that does, but it just doesn't. Nothing doesn't seem to fit right here.
Yeah, I think on this track you need to edge more towards higher downforce. Purely for sector 1 and 2. I know you've got back straight, which is tempting, but it's not worth the sacrifice in my eyes.
No, it's not, as we're going to start the first lap of the session, and why not let it be the Middlesbrough Meister himself, Mr. Hodgson, start us off as he heads through the turn 1, which, I'm going to annoy the Lord of the Rings fans here, it just does not end. That corner, it just seems to go on for ages as he heads through round turn 3. Powers all the way down the hill towards the hairpin of turn 4, which I think I dubbed on another commentary Danny Ricciardo bend, as he flies up towards the middle section of the lap. Not doing his normal strategy tonight is Hodgie of doing a lap on the mediums, but I think everyone wants to save their medium tyres for the race.
Yeah, I never understand the doing a lap on the mediums, because I always want them for the race.
I'm the same. I always want to keep that spare set just in case. Obviously there is a safety car. There could be a safety car later on in the race, which is always a free pit stop, isn't it? But
yeah,
as Hodgie gets onto the straight, flies down here, opens up the DRS and gets ready for the big stop. The hairpin right at the end. He heads down towards the last corner underneath the grandstand, and his opening gambit for the session tonight is a 1:32.0, which is not that bad of a lap to start with.
No, it's a good little banker. Improve a lot of time on that as the track evolves. I'm just following Ben. He's just going into sector 2, so I imagine if he's not in the 30s immediately, I'll be astounded. But this pace is unreal of this man.
He is not human, I don't think. Nor is you Joni.
No, the pair of them, I've seen videos of them, and I just don't know how they carry the speed through the corners. If I try it, I'm off the track, so I don't know how they do it.
Oh yeah, I tried to do what they do. I'd end up backwards, probably in the grandstands on fire.
There you go, Saviour with a 30.8 already. Saviour, Joni and Ben, obviously the top 3 in the championship. They're going to be putting in very competitive times off the start.
They are the big 3 of the in the championship points at the moment. Top 3 positions. As we follow Ben around for his opening gambit, is he gonna? 30.4.
It's just not a fair fight. It's not fair.
It's insane. The control he must have in that car.
Around the last corner as well.
Oh, let's go quickly to the Red Bull.
30.8 as well.
P3 for the Red Bull. It's I have to say it with the joke. It's still weird seeing him in a Red Bull.
It is, yeah. Like, I've seen a few memes on Instagram. There's always two things that they reference to Italy. You're a Ferrari fan, and you're a Christian. There's nothing else. So to see him in a Red Bull's a bit odd.
It's weird, but as we were speaking about the championship, it's only 6 points separating the three of them at the moment. Heading into this race.
Close.
Ben on 136, Eugenie 135, and Saviour back on 130. Chris is not. He's nearly a couple of race wins behind them now. I'm back on 84 points, and then 78 points for Bobo, with Ant in P6 on 62. So, quite a lot to play for still at the moment. And this one, who else is on a lap? Panizza's slowing down. Oh, let's go. Speaking of Ant, let's go to the. Oh no, he's on. I think he's on a slowdown lap himself. Bobo's coming in the pits.
I don't think anyone is on a lap at the moment. They're just on in laps.
I know who to go on board with. Let's go on board with another Ferrari man, Mr. J. Sarge. See how he gets on in his opening lap. Only 5 watches so far. What's going on tonight with you all? We gotta get some more watching. But again, Sarge is doing that strategy of putting the lap on the mediums. The only positive I can think of probably doing that is to get them through that initial heat cycle, just so they'll be a bit worn in for the race. But
yeah, but China's obviously a very high tyre wear track, so you're probably looking at 5 or 6% potentially.
Yeah,
you're putting onto them, and you really want to save everything you can around here, because as you say, you're probably looking at a medium to hard, or if you want to go for the alternate, hard to medium. But if you do medium to hard, you get a late safety car. You want that extra set of mediums, as we said.
You do, because even with the lighter fuel, they will go about 5 laps, if that.
Yeah, and the softs around here, unless you get a safety car with 4 laps to go, they're a pointless race tyre.
Yeah, don't bother touching them. Really, what strategy do you use for tier 2? Were you one of the medium hard runners, were you, or?
Yes, I'll always do like the softer to harder compound, purely because we generally tend to get a safety car within like maybe 10 laps. So I've done the alternate strategy before, and it's you kind of get a bit screwed over if you get that safety car, because the mediums around some tracks won't last the distance. But I had to do 27 laps on hards tonight, so towards the end.
I don't envy you. I don't envy you at all.
So that was a nightmare. Like, I think after the first safety car, my front left was already 10% before the restart. So it wasn't, towards the end, it wasn't enjoyable. And I somehow came home in 7th.
Yeah, I was up there myself. I was one of the guys that went under the safety car about lap 5 or 6, I think. But it spun. Yeah. It spun out the first corner.
Yeah, towards the end, I did have a few twitchy moments. It just wasn't fun, but I put myself in that position, so it is what it is, I guess.
It is, but it's. I wonder if any of the tier 1 boys are watching the tier 2 race and thought, let's try and do a bit of homework and get some strategies off these guys. And
I think. Oh, Chris has had a moment. He was 700ths up on his time.
Yeah, he's ghosted. I can see that. The top 6, they're all pretty much together, I think, just on a lap at the moment, getting themselves all wound up and ready to go for the next runs. Where is Ben out on circuit? He's just in the first sector. Saviour's coming down the back straight. Let's check.
Just improved by 0.6 up to 7th.
That's a hell of a jump for the Red Bull man teammate to Eugenie, who we're on board with at the moment, just starting his second run. Let's see where he comes through for this one. flies through that first turn. It's so many different braking zones for that corner. You're turning, you're just clicking down the gears, just trying to decelerate the car. It's so weird.
Yeah, through that corner, some people I've seen they do dab the brakes a little bit. Most people just tend to let the gears go down and just keep a bit of throttle, like just tapping the throttle. So
engine braking.
Yeah.
That Red Bull looks like it's on rails through that middle sector. As we go through towards the back straight. 2 tenths up. Second sector for Joni will put him ahead of Saviour, but won't get him slightly closer to Ben, but with 1 run left.
Yes, I think Saviour's got it all still on his last run. He had a moment on his run just so he's backed out of it.
Okay, as we've got a few more movers and shakers. Another of our fellow Tier 2 colleagues is up to P5. Mr. Armar Red, we have seen you.
Ben's currently a 10th down through the first sector.
A little wobble through Joni through that last corner. 30.6 goes P2. Oh, was that one of the Mercedes in the background? It was Mr. Dynamite. He's trying to reverse the car over the line.
Oh.
I think Saviour's gone again. And that one in that very nice Aston Martin. Not biased at all.
Ben had a bit of a moment, but he's through sector 2. He was 4 thousandths down on his time.
He's getting a bit of a tow from. He's getting a bit of tow from the Alpine, trying to get that extra slipstream.
No, I think he's backed off.
Beautiful. See if he goes straight on now, or he dives to the pits. Yep, he's going.
Yeah,
he's going straight on.
He won't have the battery spare for a second lap.
Yeah, he's called it quits. Joni's on the slowdown. Saviour will go quickly to him. 2 tenths up, second sector. He's going all out for it tonight. Straight down into the hairpin. Gets it stopped beautifully. Around that very finicky last corner. I'm not the biggest fan of it in the world. 610. Keeps him P2. A lot of drivers in that 130 bracket. Chris is the first on the 31s.
I would just like to point out, Bobo in P6 is a little bit of a celebrity, isn't he? Did you see him in Alex Gillen's league the other day?
Oh, I heard something about it, but I didn't. I heard something about it mentioned in the Discord the other night, so he's raising his notoriety pretty well there, Bobo. Well done.
Yeah.
That's invalidated. Sanfeo's on the way in. Panizza, I don't think, is on an outlap, but I don't think he's going to finish it because he's missing a bit of the front wing.
Jay Sarge is just at the end of his lap, coming through the last turn.
Cut to him quickly, see if he can get himself up there. P10.
8th improvement.
There, P10's not a couple of tenths off his teammate, but I don't know whether he's going to get another run though, because looking at the time, he's going to cut it fine.
I think he'll be getting back in. As he goes to probably go back out, he'll have insufficient time to do it.
Yeah.
In lap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a minute 40, minute 50 odd, isn't it? I think. His teammates on the roll, so is Ujoni. Although Saviour's going to be cutting it close. If he doesn't get a move on, he might not get out for another lap. I think he's run out of fuel. I think Saviour may have run out of fuel.
Yeah, he'll be cutting it. Oh, I think he'll just have enough time to get in and out quickly.
He's gonna need a. This is why I've said on when the new game comes out, they need to do racing pit stops in qualifying. Have that option. Joni's going to be the first of the top 3 to get a lap in. Saviour's in the box. He's going to need to get rolling soon, otherwise he's not going to get out again. Jules, I think, is maybe done for the session as well. Chris is warming up. Bobo's on a warm-up too. Dynamite's just leaving the pits now. Although he'll be cutting it close if he's not careful. So Ant as well. So everybody winding up for their last runs. No, that's it. Saviour's done. We go to Ujoni for the first of the leaders to see who will get that pole position for tonight's race. 1400ths up first sector. He's holding it. He might only just displace Saviour at the moment. On that one, 600th second sector. Don't know whether he's going to do it.
Just following Ben, he's 2700ths down on his time at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think Ujoni's going to be getting the time up.
What do you need? He needs just over 2 tenths to displace Ben.
Yeah, he's not making up a tenth at the moment. Still about just under 600ths. As
Ben's up by 2 tenths.
Ujoni's abandoned it. Jules has got a lap. Saviour's out of time. He got to the back straight. As we go on board with the pole sitter at the moment, as my colleague says, he's a couple of tenths up. Is he gonna catch the Aston Martin? No. Let's AI. Is he going to impede his lap? I don't think so.
It has as well. It's impeded him.
Still goes quicker.
I think because it was on the line, he's probably hesitated a little bit and he's ran wide, so he probably had a lot more time in that, but due to the car.
You think it's a 30.2, do you reckon?
He probably could have been on for a 0.1, honestly.
That's going to... And that looks like it's the end of qualifying.
He's currently 2 tenths up on his time, I believe.
That will
through the hairpin.
That will put him around the Mercedes, around the Ferrari and the Williams. P4.
10th improvement.
Wow, he pulled that out of somewhere.
And my game has just crashed.
Oh, you left the session.
Yep. See if I can get back in.
Oh dear. At least it's happened now, not halfway through the race.
If you'd have asked me halfway through the race, I'd have taken a game crash, honestly.
That looks like it is qualifying from everybody. Interesting looking grid. As the McLaren is wheeled back into the garage. as I will go through the grid. So we have Ben on the pole position ahead of Saviour, Eugenie, Ant, Kid Dynamite, Jules, Chris, Bobo, G-Star and Armar Red rounds at the top 10. Then you have J Sargent 11, Colin P12, Socio P13, Hodgie P14, Sanfeo 15, 16 for Panizza, 17 for Lorpy, 18th for Bit, 9th and 19th for LRL. And that is qualifying, everybody. So, as we will have our traditional 5-minute break now, and then we will be on for the race. Okay, I've just had a message quickly from Chris, so we will head off quickly in a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So, Chinese Grand Prix, it's been on the calendar for quite a while now. First race here in 2004, with the first winner being Mr. Barrichello. I remember quite well his teammate Mr. Schumacher didn't have the best of weekends, so that one of his rare ones in 2004. That one, it's hosted a fair few championship deciders on this one as well, and a few unfortunate moments for certain British drivers, especially in his first season. We won't be naming any names. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Mr. Hamilton. As we're getting a lot of people just leaving the session. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm seeing in the chat Ben saying red flag. Apparently Jonie's in P20.
That's weird. As I'm gonna have a quick look at the race direct. Says you on the race director he's P3.
Okay. I can't actually see anything. It just says waiting for place for me because I've got back into the lobby.
So I will have to cut the stream there, everybody. But we'll be back in 2 seconds and sort this all out. So don't worry, we'll be back shortly.